still in the intensity of this excessive saturation. There's as much saturation I get on my webcam to intensify the light, the nuclear light, the dreaded red, I'm in the dreaded red, the intensity of the dreaded red. I'm working on the paintings, what I call the paintings for the end of times. Chuckle, 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 people. Yeah, paintings for the end of times, charcoals, converted into paper pieces, canvas. There's going to be something else put on top of that. And I'm going to say now, for the YouTuber community, I am in a YouTube community. I am growing, actually. I'm growing in this YouTube community in my own understanding, not in views, but in my own understanding of what's going on out there. And I realize the passivity, the level of passivity in this YouTube community of activism is pathetic. It's over the top. The entire bunch of you is over the top, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to actually step up in a way. And I did a video, I said, day 1,000, 1,000 times worse than day one. We are in a Fukushima Holocaust. We are in the Holocaust of a nuclear Armageddon we are facing. I talk to people. They walk away from me because they don't really want to face it. And quite frankly, I wonder, a person yesterday said to me, well, if you're right, why would the power that is out there, the elites, just let this happen? Why would anybody let this monster just eat us up as we are with no resistance from the population out there? And I'll tell you why. Because even the guys on the top, the guys, and I don't say women, it's guys, it's run by this fucking ugly cartel of men who are so selfish, so despicable, disgusting. The Pope Benedicts, the Pope Ratzinger, the Pope Francis's, the Pope John Paul's, the leaders, all the leaders on the planet, the Genghis Khan leaders on this planet, who are actually feeling quite helpless. I believe they feel quite helpless. I don't think they have a plan. They're helpless. They're helpless, and it shouldn't be that way because there is intelligence, there is reason, there is logic, there is caring. There is in this population, I believe, I have faith in the world, even though it's difficult, especially at times like this when nobody shows up. On my day 1,000 video, I said, I have work, I have shows. If I were able to put my work in the public domain, I would speak, I would say, I would defend my work. It's about defending our work. If you're presenting on YouTube and you have all the information in front of you, the idea is defend your work. How do you defend your work? You have to put it out there. You have to put it out there. Now I'm saying my work, Blanche's work, other artists, Schellenberger's work is not getting out there because we're seen as fringe candidates in the culture of death, which only loves to look at the winners. Hey, I'm not going to pay attention to Ackermann or anybody like Ackermann because they're sitting in their studios making work like Van Gogh, totally ignored. You don't care because we're not winners. And have you noticed that the winners are not really coming out with anything? The stars, the magnificent artists, the Damien Hirst, the Julian Schnabels, the Eric Fischels, the whole list of artists that are being exalted as fabulous, magnificent. I'm talking about the ones that are alive. Not a word. Zipperlips. The stars in Hollywood. Zipperlips. They don't care because they're on the winning team and they're going to just go down with the ship. Enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can. This philosophy, no, this is not the philosophy of the anti-nuclear activist. Enjoy it while you can is not the slogan. They'll be calling you a radical. Stay untuned. Kevin Blanch, the guy that nailed this on the first day that Fukushima blew up. Now I'm saying, this is what I want to do. Now, nobody has called me. Am I surprised? No. This is the nature of making art. Nobody cares. I do it anyway. Whatever you say or anybody thinks, I'll do it anyway. But I have this thought. I have a thought. I'll put it out there again. I want to get together as a conference of people, a core group of people who are committed to coming up with a strategy that we can put out into the population to become part of the perception of the winning team. My work is irrelevant unless it's out in the public domain. It'll be relevant later on if there is a later on, but at this point, there is no strategy to put my work or Blanche's work or Schellenberger's work or other artists of conscience who are out there producing the work based on what it is that we're facing. And I'm saying, let's have a conference. Let's get together. Let's get together in, Las Vegas. Let's get together in Perth with a fabulous, this woman is fabulous, Kylie Fitzwater. She did, I get shivers listening to this woman's voice. This is the woman I want to meet. I want to be together with people of that level of activism and intensity. And Blanche and I, we will get together. Blanche and I will get together because we're on the same wavelength. We understand each other's work. We are going to get together, and I'm saying, who else would like to get together? Let me know. We're gonna organize. I might even be able to do this. I'm not a great organizer. I make the goddamn work. I'm not an organizer, administrator. Maybe somebody will have to come on board. Maybe Lonnie Clark. I don't know who it'll be. Take a break from your life in whichever way you can. And I don't make a lot of money in my day-to-day life. I'm struggling myself, but we need to get together with the people that are actually on our side, each other's side. They have all these conference, all these YouTube types, you know. I was listening to Project Camelot. These morons getting together talking about fucking aliens. We need to get together and talk about Fukushima and a strategy to counteract the radiation coming out of Fukushima in the way we know as an artist. I make the work to draw attention to what it is of this age, the age of fission. We are in the age of fission during a period, what I call the culture of death and the age of fission have merged. And I'm saying, let's get together as a conference, as a think tank without making tanks. I'm not interested in weapons and guns and tanks. Let's get together. Who's out there? Who is the core group of people willing to do this? And there is a way of doing this. And money should not be the issue. Money is not the issue. It is determination on actually getting something done and not just standing on YouTube and saying blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's really bad. It's really bad. Like this Busby guy. Oh, it's really bad. It's really bad. But it's, you know what, it's survivable. No, this is not survivable. We are at the end of times. I'm making paintings for the end of times. And I will say this, that the end of times, as a metaphor, is the transition. If we can survive this, it'll be the transition. The end of times is not all life ends, because if there are enough people willing to put themselves out, maybe it's 3 people, 4 people, 10 people. I don't know what it is. I want to get together with the people that are as convinced as I am that we need to meet. Call me. Leave me a message. Other than that, I will get together with Blanche by myself. That's it. And we'll figure something out, and we will feel what everybody needs to feel, like all the artists in history have felt. They felt what everybody needs to feel, and anybody listening. This is not a confrontation. This is a challenge to meet what it is we are facing. We are facing the annihilation of all life on the planet, and you don't want to get together with the people that get it. This is not a self-promotion. This has nothing to do with me making art and I want it on the walls out there. It's way beyond that. It's way beyond that. 1,005 days ago, it's way beyond that. I'm no longer that way. If anything, if any of you think that I'm doing this to promote my own art, you're in a state of delusion. This is something that has to be done by as many people as possible on the planet. We need to find each other and get together and find the allies. We need to have a strategy to go forward to stop Fukushima. And I'm not a technician, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a physicist. I don't have $1 trillion to throw at this. We need to find a strategy to activate those in our communities, in our global community that can actually do this. My call. Call me. Let's have a meeting. Let's get together. Let's have a conference at a nice hotel, somewhere. I don't care. At a dungeon. I don't give a shit. Let's do it.